Hello again. Welcome to part two with Zoba Martin. Because when you're gisting with somebody and the vibe is excellent, there's no need to stop it. There's no need to stop. You just keep moving. So what I mean. As always, I am your unruly fashion host Noella. Pause for picture. It's the same outfit, but it's okay. You can catch the side view. You're welcome for the profile. And then Zoba giving us side profile per. Give them, baby, give them Sphinx, give them Egypt, give them Vogue. They don't know. Give Sir. Why are you like this? Oh my God! Welcome back, baby. Okay, well, I'm saying
Like we
welcome
never
back.
left.
We went anywhere. We did go anywhere. We
Yeah,
just
yeah.
paused because we know that this requires a part two. But let's jump right into it. So you just last episode you gave us everything. You told us how Zoba Martin started. That you're a business student as a proper Ochilozo and Dragon Slayer. And but now I want to know, like, because outside of Zoba Martin, right? I'm sure you have your own personal style, right? So just tell me a little bit about that, and does it influence the things that you make? And then but after that we'll talk about the bridals, because we started talking about the bridals before we segued into this. So I don't
Yeah.
know, whichever one you want to continue talking about, then we can go to.
You don't want to hear about my personal style because it's
Let's do it,
actually
baby.
my personal style when I first started, or up until like maybe a few months ago, has been just like a very soft t-shirt and sweatpants, like just very comfortable. I know, like like
I didn't say anything. What did I say?
my mom will be like just tired of it. She's like, how can you be making all these designs and this is how you decide to pull up? I'm like, mom, like the energy has to come from somewhere, like I can't be putting up, like if I'm sewing all these clothes on myself, how will I have time to sew for people? And she's like, no, you have to do something about that. My best friend is like, you're the only designer that I've seen that will only be
Like, what's the issue?
because like we just like I don't even know what it is, but it's just. But recently I said, okay, you know what, I actually like it when I dress up. Like it feels good to dress up. Only recently I remember I messaged Noella when I had that whole thing. I'm like, oh my God, I just got these shoes. I'm like actually like wearing more designs, like, and I'm feeling good. And then you were like, welcome to the best years of your life or something like that. That's what you said.
No, I was so happy for you, because remember, like, when we did that shoot together, we styled your meet the designer shoot. I was like, Auntie, is this it? You're like, yes, because I said, what do you mean?
What
What
do
do
you
you mean,
mean?
yes, because what? But I respect it. I do you understand, because I can understand that if you put all your energy towards like making clothes, sometimes you don't want to be dressed up all the time. And as somebody who, like, well, I what I've done and what I've done to curtail that is, because before I wear whatever is in my wardrobe, so now my wardrobe is deliberately all not dress up clothes, but I can't go outside looking somehow because I don't have a choice. My wardrobe doesn't look like that. So that's why,
Mm,
like, when I go out and people are like, "You're always dressed up," I'm like, "I promise you, these are my casual clothes."
yeah, I
So
don't
that even
try
if,
to.
yeah, like, even if my casual clothes are casual, at least make, like, if it's a sweatshirt, it's like a cute sweatshirt. If it's sweatpants, which I can't believe I have sweatpants now. There was a time in my life that it was like fashion suicide. I was like, me outside
This
with
sweatpants.
sweatpants. Have you
Sweatpants
heard?
are cool though. Like,
Oh, they're so comfortable.
very come
I agree with
soft and
you.
like, yeah,
Very
I know.
comfortable. Give it.
Yep. See why it's the thing.
No, I understand it. I understand it. But so how has it evolved now? Like, what would you say you draw? Where do you draw your inspiration from? Or is it all just like in your head?
Okay, for my personal designs or for the designs I put out there.
In general,
In general, my inspiration is just drawn from. Okay, I work with what I have. Like, let's say I see something, like I see a fabric, I'm like, oh, I like this fabric, and then I'm thinking of a particular client, like a particular person. Maybe Noella is my muse now. Like, okay, like how can I put this on Noella to make her the baddest bitch that she is, things like that. So like my inspiration is like materials and the people, like that's it. Like I work with that and then create a design. So with the bride, for example, I'm like, what kind of bride are you? Like, are you someone that, likes to like be the center of attention? We know that we're coming in with the blings, like we're coming in with the snatchways, or if you're a bride that's like, classic, like, keeping it simple, we know to do, things like that. I know we're putting like an expensive white rich fabric that is just draped like solid, and then we're gonna focus on like the cuts and like the tailoring of the dress. So my inspiration is drawn from materials and people. Yeah. And then sometimes like when I'm sleeping at night, like it sounds cliche, but it does happen. You could be cooking up, just minding your business, and the design will come to your head, and I'll just sketch that down. Then I start thinking like, what can I do to like bring this to life? What kind of materials can I use and all? Yeah, so
I'm
it's
so
very
glad that you
yeah.
said that because I used to think that something is wrong with me. Because I'll be minding my business and a look will come into my head and I'm like, oh yeah, that with that, with that, with that, with that. Remember when I used to do like my inner monologue series? I should pick that back up. But like there's like a voice in my head that's like, this outfit would, and I don't have to have anywhere to
Is
go.
it get
Just
you?
like, yeah, no, not Gertrude, Obi Ajulo. Look
Okay.
at you, an avid listener. An avid I love it. But yeah, no, in my head, and even when I go shopping, it's like, oh, this look with that, with that, with that, with that, with that, and it will just, I'll file it away. Like I have
Yeah.
a long notes thing of just writing down looks. So I'll just be like, oh, this look. For example, this one I'm wearing, right? I saw this swimsuit. This swimsuit is from Zara. It's like a bodysuit swimsuit,
Oh.
and I saw it. It has orange in it, and I'd seen this dress. Remember, we talked about this dress. I have it also in pink, and I
Yes,
immediately
you
said, yes,
do.
I'll wear it under this dress. And that was
Yeah.
it. I immediately like thought of it. I was like, perfect. Because I was thinking, what? Remember, I was saying, oh, make me a satin burnt orange thing to go under. And then
Yeah.
I just stopped talking about it because I thought about it. I was like purple and orange, and it has like a little bit of orange in it as well. Like
Purple
it's
looks
so,
nice.
yeah. So I'll
Yeah.
just be minding my business, and I'll think of a look, and I'm like,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
That was it.
Inspiration is definitely not linear. Like it could come from anywhere. Like it could come from
Anyway,
anywhere.
or you
Yeah.
could see a pair of shoes, because me, shoes is my thing, you know this. So I could see a pair of shoes and just build an outfit on top of it.
No,
I'm
that
like, oh,
was
what is
exactly.
the personality of this shoe? And then what would you wear? And then sometimes it would be like, okay, subverting expectations. What if this is like a classic shoe that you are not supposed to wear with this kind of thing, but can I get away with it in such a way? And then that's how you get like,
No,
your
your
like
shoe
that's how I get my
collection. Are
which
we the
is
same
yeah.
size? I should come and read your shoe collection. But the same way you come and read.
You're the only person I know that is like we're the same size, but your feet are wider. Thank you, Jesus. I was the day I found out we're the same size. I said, I'm finished. I said it.
I feel
I'm
definitely
finished. This
wider.
girl will take my shoes because it's the only thing that my friends cannot take from me. They'll
Your
take every
shoes.
mostly it's my coats. They'll be like, coats will enter me. It's okay. They'll collect it again. But shoes, everybody's like, you're so lucky we don't mix.
Yeah, in with look.
I am so- your God loves you, and thank you, Jesus. But but then I can also attest to the fact that you work with people as your muse, right? You work with people as your muse because like when you did what's it called my my look for Toronto Fashion Week, which is the same fabric, I remember you were like, I just thought of it and I was like, what is Noella's personality? And because we didn't really discuss what I
Yeah.
wanted. I was like, I want to give them. And you were like, okay, well, what are we thinking? I was like, slate is okay, or something, something, something. And then when the whole outfit came together, I said, this is why you should work with people who know you as a person and not just that like you, because that outfit, I don't like, it's the most
With the
photographed I've ever been.
two, yeah.
And now added the two, it's the most photographed I've ever been. That people were just lining up to take my
They're
pictures.
like, quick, quick, quick. That's the point of being a Zobaddie. Like, people will stop and take pictures.
It. One lady, I will never forget it. One lady, because it was 3 days back to back. She stopped me. She was like, I've been seeing you, and every day, it was a black woman, because black women compliments are top
Oh,
tier. She was like,
yeah.
I've been seeing you here, and for the past 3 days, you have been serving me. I was like,
Thank you very much.
recognition. She was like, no, every look has been a classic. I was like, thanks so much. And she was matching with her little daughter. It was so nice. Anyways, so I guess that would be my if I was gonna talk, that I think that's my most unruly fashion moment because that slate was high. We act like it. Whenever I sat down, when I sat down, it was just leg. Like there's pictures of me sitting on the runway and his leg all the way.
Legs. 7
Look
legs.
at the leg. Is this like the leg is ugly? The leg is
And then the
so
shoes too, like accentuated the legs. Like,
you understand? And then I now wore the harness under. People were like, "This big."
from every
But then in keeping
angle.
with that, right? In keeping with that, what would you consider like? Have you ever had like an unruly fashion moment where it was like, I can like I need to give these people here, or like have you in short? I don't know. Well, have you ever had what you would consider an unruly fashion moment?
I feel like my really fashion moment is happening now. Like, it's just like moments. Like now, I'm just like, okay, anywhere I'm going to, I have to make sure, first of all, I'm wearing my designs and I'm just wearing something different. And I've been wearing a lot of pink and green, pink and emerald, like recently, and they just blend well together. And I
No,
found like,
pink and
yeah,
green is people don't think about it enough. It's unmatched,
no,
right?
like Well, I went to New York Fashion Week. It was very. I just went and I came back. It was just like so lucky.
Subtle
But yeah,
flex.
I wore
No big
like
flag.
green gele and I was wearing like a pink boo boo and like I wore something inside because it was cold with my pink shoes. I'm like, ah, pink and green is a color. But it was cold and I didn't take pictures and I was just worried about my well being and how am I getting home. Like I was in New York for the first time. So like there's so many things going on in my mind. So I could but I'm going to go again.
Oh,
Yeah.
you were by yourself.
I went by myself, yeah, for the first time, just trying to see what the city looks like and what the fashion show is like.
Oh,
But yeah, someone scared me
that's
about
nice.
New
Like
York.
you should take a picture of that outfit and like post it so we'll see because that sounds like it was served.
It was. I have
It
a
sounds like it
selfie of it.
was
I'll post it. Maybe I should. I'll send it to you so you can
yes.
see.
It's okay, don't worry. If you want to go to New York again, we can go. New York
Please,
is my
yeah.
most visited place. I think
It's
I've
not
been to
even
New York more
far.
times than I've been to Nigeria. Well, no, that doesn't count because Nigeria is
Yeah,
far. But New
yeah,
York is my most visited place because I love the vibe of New York, right?
yeah.
Because it's easy to get to, but there's something
Very
about
easy.
New York that awakens my fashion spirits because
It's
New York has
Lagos. That's Lagos on therapy. That's why. New York is Lagos in therapy. It's like Lagos has decided to change its life. I'm like, okay, we're gonna go to therapy.
like Lagos decided to stop being toxic. They decided to go see
Even if
somebody
New York has
about
its
his
own thing.
trauma.
Yeah, yeah, like
It's so funny because I always describe Lagos the opposite. I always tell people Lagos is New York on steroids. That's what I
yeah.
tell people. Like, think New York, but with no rules. They're like, New York already has no rules. I'm like, you must not have met Nigeria.
They're warning Nigerians about New York. Oh, New York is. You're like, have you been to Lagos? Like, New York has lights. First of all, like,
Okay.
there's no
New York has like,
generation, no Asiwaju playing out.
they're like, oh, there's gridlock, there's traffic. I say, and then, and so, have you sat in traffic for 8 hours? Have you sat in one spot for 8 hours? You they look
Yeah,
your house they look you. Has it happened to you? Because
yeah,
it has
like
happened to me.
because you're just there. Should I carry the car on the head, or should I leave the car here? Like, yeah,
It has happened to my mom one time. She literally just left the car there and walked home.
I walked
The
home.
next
Come back for
morning,
it
somebody
tomorrow.
now helped her to go get the car. She was like, I don't understand. She just came home with leg. We're looking at her like, did they rob you? What's going on? She said the car is there. It's over there.
But you
Because
cannot.
a bunch of people just left their cars. Anyway,
Yeah,
but yeah, that's New York gives me that vibe. You're right. New York is Lagos on therapy because there's something, and then New York fashion is so creative. Like New Yorkers are
yeah,
just as is Lagos though.
yeah,
Although personally, I think like from seeing like Lagos fashion now, we're trying too hard to be Western, or maybe that's just the people I'm seeing. I don't know. But like, there's people that like they're trying a little too hard to be like, oh, to mimic the influencers we see on other runway. I'm like, no. I
no, keep
need
your
the spirit of
sauce.
Lagos. I need that Lagos sauce. There's something about
Yeah,
this. You need. I remember when like Lagos fashion with the looks. You're like, now people are just trying to be like, trying to do the whole Kardashians and the Met Gala situation. That's not what we are known for. Put together a
yeah.
creative outfit
Lagos
and be
Fashion Week is
professional.
Lagos Fashion Week. Like, it's
Lagos
Lagos.
Fashion Week is
Yeah,
Lagos Fashion Week. Like it's not
yeah,
the same thing. Like Copenhagen Fashion Week, CPFW is what it is. They just wear whatever they want. The same thing with
yeah,
Paris Fashion Week, right? You can't just blend in. And I know that it's easy to say there's nuance to it, right? Because at the end of the day, I maintain one of the first things I said on this podcast is like I believe that Lagos Fashion Week should be up there with all the other fashion weeks, and it's only because we're Africans. That's why they're looking at us because we clear people. I'm like, no, Nigerian fashion is top tier. We
yeah. They
clear
don't joke.
people,
Even when you look at
but I
throwbacks, yeah,
do you understand when you look at through like we've been
yeah,
serving, but I think like obviously when you're trying to get on the world stage, you're trying to like behave more like them, dress more like them, and that's why we're pulling out all the Gucci's and whatever. Give me a Lagos Fashion Week that was remember who are all these OG designers, not Deola Sago now because Deola's prices are not anybody's meat, and also she has focused on her bridals. Do you get
yeah.
so?
It's always good to have a niche, honestly. And to talk
Yeah.
about like designers, like other high-end designers, that's what I appreciate about you, right? Like you focus on like designers that you know, and you tell you drop your, you say is on this hill that you die. Like that's when you drop your money on like designers that you know, and African designers and black designers, and you're doing it because you're wearing it with the same pride that people will wear. We're giving you
No,
your
because like
flowers here.
now I actually appreciate that because, like, I met the wonderful Mr. Adebayo Jones like last year, and I was
Hmm.
saying the same thing to him. I was like, he was like, "What are you?" Because I was wearing Zoba Martin, I was wearing my pink one. So he was,
Hmm.
and then the girl that I styled was wearing this exact outfit. Shout out to you, Abby. my little model. She was
Hey,
like, "Oh, whatever
Abby.
you want to put on me." She's like, "Whatever you want to put on me is fine." And then I put this outfit on her. She said, "Ah," when she returned it, she was like, I was like, "Please, my dear, if anything, be very careful." She's like, "No, it's okay. By touching the fabric, I need to be careful." She's so funny. What? I met Adebayo Jones. I was like, I love your stuff. Like, I love your stuff. And I believe that we should invest because we complain that the world doesn't take us seriously. And
Hmm.
because you're putting money in other people's pockets. Even
Yeah,
if you feel like our local designers are not giving what they want to, support them still. Now people
exactly.
become big from support. Pay attention to them, give them your money. I'm not saying give them your money just because they're black. Give them your money because you saw talent. Someone like
Hmm.
Maya Atafo who's doing the damn thing right now. I was like, Omo, if you have Atafo money, and Maya Atafo was one of the first designers. Like, I would always give my money. I'm just like, my friend, please buy for me. It's because I'm not in Nigeria. I would be head to toe. When I met Adebayo Jones, I was like, same thing. He was like, that's so nice to hear. I'm like, no, I wear it with the same pride as Gucci because Gucci started from somewhere. They didn't become a luxury brand overnight, right? They made some things, their friends liked it, their friends kept buying it, their friends kept wearing it outside, people kept asking, people kept buying, and then, you know, you can't be comparing like maybe budding designers to like people that have been there for decades. And even at that, they are still comparable. I believe in African design.
Honestly, yeah.
Like back in the day, Oswald Boateng, I don't know if he's still there, but like he was the first menswear designer. I say I want. No, I need, please, God. So yeah, that's always been my mantra. It's not even today, And then, my friends are always like, "Oh, you and this Zoba Martin." I say it's the same with everything that I like. Like, my friend makes Clemarcus candles.
Yeah,
You don't go far. My house is Clemarcus everywhere. If you make something and I love the thing, I will wear it everywhere. I will promote it everywhere because my own is just as good. I believe that. Maybe it's the
exactly.
model in me. You can't. I've never believed that any other person's thing is better than my own, right? Anyway, but yeah, that is. Well, thank you for shouting me out. I'm a little.
No,
Yeah, we
yeah,
got my
that's
purchase
important.
seat.
That's very important. Yeah.
Well, speaking of shout outs to my brothers who are currently watching a Manchester United Liverpool game. If anybody who is listening to this or watching this is a fan of football, you know how important that game is. They are watching it on mute because they love me and want me to be happy.
Oh, that's true
Get
love
you
right there.
people get you people who will support your dreams. Do you understand? Get you people who are like, what do you need, baby? We'll do it for you. They are so quiet, you can't hear anything. And I know that they want to shout at the TV.
Imagine
I
a whole
can't
football going on and I'm not
a
hearing.
whole Manchester United you can't hear him. Shout outs to them. But anyways, one last thing before we wrap up. So you're a petite girl, just like me. Do you tailor your designs towards petite people? Like, are you more comfortable making clothes with them? Like, are you making because it's always like be the change you want to see, right? And
Mhm.
as much as we see, because whenever I go shopping, people are like, "Oh, it's not hard for you to go shopping." I'm like, it's not hard this wise, it's hard this wise, right? I have to
Mhm.
tailor all my pants. I'll buy something that's supposed to be a mini skirt, it will not be under the knee skirt for me because me, I don't have legs. I have to be hemming things. So do you focus on petite women, or are you like are you niche, or are you more?
I focus on every body type, like custom. I'm always educating myself to like learn how to make for different body types. So petite,
Mhm.
plus size, and regular size.
Miss Plan
Yeah.
and inclusive queen. I
Yes.
love
I
it.
did have to go to school to learn to make for plus size because I'm petite, so I practiced on myself in school. In school, they
Yeah.
taught me how to make for like size 6, size 8. I had to go to
Mhm.
school in Nigeria and Ghana to like learn how to make for curvier women so that I
Yes.
can be able to like. I don't like when people say, "Oh, she only makes for skinny models." I'm like, no, I don't. I make for
No,
everybody.
no,
No, I
no, no.
don't. Like everybody type is welcome because that's the point of fashion. Like we're not just going to say, okay, we're only making for this size. No, yeah,
Exactly, exactly. And
yeah.
this thing you mentioned that you had to go to Nigeria and Ghana is one thing that I respect about African designers, Nigerian and Ghanaian designers in general. They're not making for the stick figure, the size 6, the size 2, the size
Mm,
0. Nigerian women are curves everywhere. How do you get? So
yeah.
we make, and I find it. I don't complain about it. I say that when I go home to Nigeria, I can't shop because it's not for me. But like, why would I complain about that? I live somewhere where every store I walk into, I can buy
It's
something.
yeah, you can buy
So it's
something.
not.
Yeah,
But I love that. Like I love that. The Nigerian we are not working with the standard model size 2, size 4. We're working with what our people have and
exactly.
killing it nonstop. But anyways, I think we've come to the end.
Oh, we finally
Oh
did
my
it. I'm your first guest. I'm really first guest. Hey.
god. I love it. I'm actually thank you so much for coming to Zoba. This was
My
amazing. You are
pleasure.
the sweetest, and I don't just say that because you're my friend. You're the sweetest person ever. I love that you
Oh.
walk your talk. I love that your fashion is sustainable because we need to even like if we start going into all the things that Zoba Martin does. I love that one time I asked you like, are you ever gonna mass produce anything? And you're like, no, like I don't want to do that in a world that is already filled with like overconsumption and waste. And I just didn't look you. I was like, see this a sustainable babe. Like, no, I stand you. I really do. Not just because you're my friend, but because you're actually doing the damn thing. You're walking the talk. You are giving us. You are serving looks. And every time I have asked you to follow me somewhere, you've known to follow me. The assignment was understood.
To follow me
Because
somewhere.
I have never had to explain to you what the dress code is, and I respect that, and I love you, and thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, my pleasure. I love you too, Noella. I'm glad we're doing this. Hopefully, I'll come again to say hi to
Coming,
your peeps.
respectfully, it's okay. I'll be outside your door every once in a while. I'll be like, Chizoba, it's time. I
It's
don't like
time.
this
Let's
thing.
go. Let's go. 1, 2, 1, 2.
So do this. Let's do this. Anyways, so this brings us to this. I'm very sad about this, but this brings us to the end of the episode. As usual, follow us at Unruly Fashion Pod on Instagram, at Unruly Fashion on TikTok, at Unruly X Fashion on Twitter. And then at the Podpire Network, who is so lovely, I still have their mic hostage, great, wonderful things. At the Noella E, at Zoba Martin,
Zoba Martin.
Martin, my fave, and then at Zoba, my Chizoba on Instagram. And then like,
Yeah.
follow, share, subscribe, tell your friends because that's how things get bigger. And
Yeah.
till next time, I appreciate this. This has been
Yeah,
a
let me
real
tell them how
pleasure.
to work with me. People always ask, how do I work with you?
Please go ahead.
ZobaMartin.com. There's a consultation box there. Click it, send me a message. I'll reach out to you. We can work together. Okay, that's all I had to say.
No,
ZobaMartin.com.
that's okay. That's okay. I actually feel bad because I didn't think about kind of promoting myself. I'm supposed to let you promote yourself.
No, you
Please, my dear.
did.
Yeah, and then your website is so pretty. I
Thank
love your website. And your
you.
newsletters. Oh, I
Oh, you
stand.
actually read my newsletter. Thank you.
I tell myself, I'm like, let's
Let's see what's going on.
I stand. I love it. I don't want to, mention the Beyonce giveaway because this one is about Zoba Martin. So next episode, let's move on.
Next
Carry on.
episode, and I'll be listening. While I work, I'll just listen to you.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much. Anyways, I shall see you later when I come to your
Yeah.
house to teach this dress as
Yes.
promised. And,
Yes.
thank you for joining us, love. And
You're welcome. Take care.